Placing a starter on a 2006 Chevy Silverado. Now, this is like a $200 part, and a mechanic would charge you like $2,000 to change this. And I'm all about investing and paying a mechanic if it means that you can make more money. But some scenarios, when you're just starting out, it makes more sense to just do it yourself and invest the difference. In our case, about 1,800 bucks. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to disconnect the battery, which I've already done. This is an 8mm battery. The only tools you're really going to need is a ratchet or a wrench and some common hand tools, maybe 20 bucks at Harbor Freight. So it's right up here under the passenger side. A lot of people say to take the tire out, but you don't really need to. You have a couple of bolts that you got to get rid of in order to get this, so that's what we're going to do. In order to get this, you basically have 3 bolts that you got to get out. This guy over here and these 2 right here. There we go. That's 1. Okay, there's 2. There we go. There we go. Let's see it coming now. And voila. Okay, so a lot of people will tell you that you need to remove the tire, but realistically, just give it a little wiggle. Push it all the way back here. That way you can angle it down. Just got to keep rotating it. And then there's 2, so this is the shield for the starting solenoid, and then on the back there's 2 nuts that we got to get off, and they are 13 mil. They should be about 13mm and an 8mm, I believe. So this will go on the new starting solenoid. This one is being a pain. Should be a 13mm, I think. Pull it off by hand now. There we go. She's out of there. Here's the old starter and then the new one. I can tell you right now what the problem was. Is this fray. See how this is like all frayed? That's why it was having a hard time. I mean, this is old too. But, so these are the 2 bolts that I need to, and they're already loose, that I need to put on. This is an 8mm, and this is a 13mm, and we need to put this heat shield on. There should be this little divot right here is where this little divot right here goes. That's how you know you are oriented correctly. Alright, so that's ready to install, and to install it, really we just got to do the reverse. And a pro tip is use a Amazon cardboard box so you're not laying on the concrete. So we're just going to reorient it to this back. Make sure you got all your tools organized. So we need the 10 millimeter, the 8 millimeter. You need the chrome 14 millimeter. You got your two big bolts over here, and then your one bracket sort of mount. I'm just using a little ratchet for most of it. I might use this, but that's really all you need. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is going to connect this smaller wire right here. And then you wanna make sure you put the washer on that goes with it. You don't need a lot of torque. And then the next one is the 13 millimeter, which is right here. And you'll know it can only go on one way because it has this little like tooth type deal. So we're gonna take this off now. That's on there. And again, it doesn't need a ton of torque. All right, so now we just gotta put this back on and install the 3 bolts back. I'm gonna get this, don't forget your bracket here, but I'm gonna get this up a little bit. Get our bolts back in. There we go. This definitely doesn't need a lot. Should be good. All right, cool. That should be it. And you know you're a good mechanic when you finish a job with more bolts than when you started. Nah, I'm just playing. That's from the old one. Just gotta connect the battery back. Oh shit. You know, I'd rather do that, what I just did, than mess with batteries all day. I hate batteries.